welcome back to the Growing Green Show. It's great to be back for one more week. I don't know how much longer we'll be able to keep it up because everything's coming down on us. But for now, we're still here. We're still working for you. I have a couple great guests lined up and some hot topics to go over. So I want to start with the, sorry about that. I want to start with an interview I did a few months back with my friend Kelsey. She's a student at the University of Montana. And per that, we went out and did a little more interviewing and found out what the future of Montana thinks about what's going on right now. So with that, let me give you a quick hi, hello. It's great to be here. It's great to see you. I hope you can see me good. And we're going to get right into these interviews and let you see what's going on with our future. Hi, I'm here with my friend Kelsey, a student at the University of Montana and a medical marijuana card holder. Now, Kelsey, how long have you been a card holder?
About 5 months.
And what was the condition that prompted you to look into getting medical marijuana as a relief?
Well, I've had 2 knee surgeries, and I've had a lot of back problems. I played softball and various injuries. Sports are bad for you. I've always said that. So they're fun though.
And how old are you?
18.
And this is your first year in college?
Yep.
And how has the use of medical marijuana affected your grades?
I don't think it really has. I mean, I'm still getting A's and B's. I didn't do so well in one class, but it was a very difficult class.
Yeah, I've had classes I didn't do well at either.
Yeah.
So, with the repeal process up in the legislation right now, as a student, how do you look at what's going on politically with the medical marijuana?
Well, I think they should look at it just like any other prescription, you know. They let everybody have their Percocets and their Xanax and their Vicodin and morphine, which, you know, prescription pills are the #1 killer in Montana. I mean, there's no way you can die on marijuana, so I don't see why it shouldn't be treated just the same as prescriptions, you know.
So if they repeal the Medical Marijuana Act and you're no longer allowed to use medical marijuana, are you going to go to Vicodin or one of the other painkillers?
Oh, definitely not. That stuff's way worse for you than marijuana.
So what will you do?
I would just continue smoking and try not to get caught.
So if you get to the point where you get caught and you're using medical marijuana, they take it away, so you're buying it off the street, and you get caught, will that affect your college? I mean, will they still let you go to school if you get caught using marijuana while you're in school?
Yeah, you just have to go to some, like, over substance class.
I see.
Through the school. And I think you can get like 2 or 3 of them before they decide to kick you out.
So in the end, it could be pain relief or college.
Yeah.
And what are you going to college for?
I'm going to college for psychology and social work.
So what's your ultimate goal when outside of college?
I either want to work in a group home or at an adoption center with foster kids.
And do you have any concerns that medical marijuana will be an issue, if we still have it, that it'll be an issue for employment in your field?
Oh no, because I wouldn't smoke before I went to work or anything. Because it does kind of, you know, alter your mind, and it's, you know, something that you shouldn't take before work, but, you know, after work when you're at home, and that's, you know, you're not going to be around little kids and everything.
There's a small number of minors in the state that have been prescribed medical marijuana. How do you feel going into the field of social work about the concept of using medical marijuana in replace of other drugs given to minors?
Well, my opinion is that it's better that they're using marijuana than, you know, all these other drugs, you know, like Xanax and Percocets and just all these prescription drugs that minors seem to do quite often.
Finding in their parents' cupboards.
Yeah, and their parents are stealing it from neighbors or friends or grandparents or... Well... Interesting.
I don't know if I'll leave that or not, that's fine. Alright, let's try it again. Take two. So, Kelsey, what other concerns do you have outside of your own self in the repeal that's in the House right now, or Senate?
Well, my caregivers is, you know, they're one of my best friend's parents, and I've known them for a long time, and they have over 200 patients, I think, or something like that, and, you know, that's how they make their money right now. Like, that's how they're living, and that's how they're supporting themselves and their kids, and, you know, I don't see why they would repeal something that has brought so much money and jobs in the economy. I mean, my caregiver employs 2 people full time right now, and they're getting bigger, so.
All right, well, that's all I have for today. I really appreciate you coming on and letting us get some film, getting your point of view across. Have you talked with other students at the college?
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of students at the college, and, you know, they kind of agree with most of what I said, and I don't know, they just, nobody really understands why they're trying to repeal it. Like, you can't just take away something that you've given to us.
I think we're all agreeing to get to the school and get it boosted up and get the opinion of the future of America coming out of that school.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the show, Kelsey. We appreciate your time, and we look forward to hearing from you again.
All right. Thanks.
I'm Kelly, and we are Growing Green, and we have been at the University of Montana at the Oval getting opinions from students on how they feel about medical marijuana. How do you feel about medical marijuana?
Hi, my name is Margaret. I am a student at the University of Montana. I feel at this point that medical marijuana use is probably the best way to go.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a good thing, and that it helps people.
My name is Cameron Kajawa. I'm a student at the University of Montana, and I believe medical marijuana is a great thing. Patients should be able to take the medicine that works for them.
I am Danielle Benny from the University of Montana, and I feel that medical marijuana is a very good thing. It works for lots of different illnesses.
Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Jack Heyer from the University of Montana. I believe that the dispersion of medical marijuana should be up to the doctor.
My name is Ellen. I'm a student at the University of Montana. I think that medical marijuana is a useful tool.
Hello, my name is Claire.
And I'm Luke.
And we're here to talk about
medical marijuana.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, our first question was,
How do you feel about medical marijuana?
I feel that medical marijuana is a kind of a way to make people happy about, hey, it's not legal for everyone, but some people can do it. So I think it's a little bit of an excuse to say it's okay for y'all, not okay for y'all. So in my opinion, it should be legal to everyone or no one.
And I think medical marijuana is a good thing just because there's some pain medications that don't work for everybody. So if marijuana works for that person, then why should we make them live in pain?
How do you feel about recreational use of marijuana?
You know, it's basically up to the person. Honestly, I feel that marijuana should be legalized before alcohol because
recreational anything never really hurt anyone. So I think it's a good thing too.
I think for recreational use, people are going to do it anyways, whether or not it's legal doesn't make much of a difference, and I suppose legalization is a way for the government to tax it and profit it and probably make it safer and eliminate a lot of, I guess, drug wars.
For recreational marijuana, I think that it is good in a small amount.
I think marijuana should be legal for personal use.
Montana, and issues regarding recreational use of marijuana, I find, should be legalized, but heavily taxed based on the current situation in the federal government, highly in debt. Much like alcohol or tobacco, there can be a tax on it to keep the demand low, however, keeping it out of abusive use.
How do you feel about the legislative body trying to repeal a voters' initiative?
I don't think that's good. I personally am in favor of medical marijuana, so any kind of appeal to it, I'm not in favor of.
And I think that the representatives shouldn't be trying to abolish a citizen-elected initiative.
I think it's a lot of BS because we, as the state of Montana, voted this in 2004, and we are not a communist country. So for them to try to go ahead and go above and beyond to take away something that us as a people have voted in is very wrong.
I think that the legislation changing a law that was voted in by voters is just completely wrong, and they shouldn't be doing that.
On issues regarding the voter initiative, I think it's undemocratic to take something out that was voted in by the voters of our state, as long as it regards being a state law under their jurisdiction.
If any law is voted by the majority of the state legislature shouldn't repeal that in any way, just because they're elected by the people, and if this bill is voted for by the people, I don't understand why they would have the right to repeal such a law if it was a majority decision.
And I agree with Luke. If the people want it, I'll let them have it.
I think when it comes to the legislation trying to change it, in this case, it's not really something they should intervene in. It's not harming anybody. It's not taking away civil liberties, and they should probably let the people have their voice.
And that's how I feel about that.
Legalize it.
Woo!
Welcome back. We had a great time filming that. I want to say thanks to all the students that participated and helped us out, shared a little of their time with us and their point of view. Not everyone's view was the same or the one we would want, but it's everyone's view, and that's what counts. So we're back, and Kelsey was kind enough to come down to the studio and do a little bit of more interview with us, I guess, or a follow-up from the last one. So I want to welcome Kelsey. She's a student at U of M. We're in the last week, right? This is finals week coming up?
Yep.
And I'm guessing you're still a card holder, a medical marijuana user?
As of now, yes.
So how are your grades holding? Are you still pulling A's and B's while you've been using marijuana throughout the semester?
Yep. Grades are still all good, and A's and B's.